What's up guys, it's Oyisa here and we're back for another video. I decided to decorate my desk a bit just so that my videos are looking more appealing to you guys. As the title states, today's video is about what are the costs and how much does it cost to start a vending machine business. Now, the way I started, this is based on personal experience, so that's the disclaimer. Other people will have gone different ways, but this is based on my personal experience in buying my first machine and my second machine. At the moment, I've currently got two machines. One is at a hotel and the other one is at an office building. And in the past videos, you have been seeing my experience with both of them. So the first thing that you'll need to know is the main thing, the cost of the vending machines. So vending machines may vary in cost depending on what type of machine it is, where you get it from, and yeah, I think those are the two most important things. Like you get a combination machine, you get a snack only machine or drinks only machine. The cost can vary also on the fact that you either have a refurbished machine or new machine. I have only bought refurbished machines because one, it's expensive to buy a brand new machine. I buy a refurbished one or one that someone is selling secondhand, and I basically service it myself, do whatever's required for it to be good as new. So where to get the machine? You either get it from Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, or private businesses. Like I said, the second-hand ones you'll usually get on Facebook and Gumtree, and then the one that you would get from the private companies are usually more expensive, even if they're refurbished or new. The prices can vary from 5,000 to all the way to 100,000, depending on the type of machine. My machine, personally, my first one, I bought it for around 13,000 Rand. It was back in 2021, I think, if not 2020, yeah, 2021, if not 2020. And it was in Joburg. I had to fly there to actually look at the machine, and I checked it out. I saw, okay, there might be some issues here, and I actually met a technician there that services vending machines, and I spoke to him about actually helping me service that machine and getting it good as new. Not good as new, but good enough to be in a working condition. So I had to pay for that too. So the vending machine cost me 13,000 Rand. I asked the guy to service it. Paid him 1,500 Rand to service it, and then he had to buy some spare parts for it. There was some motors, some spirals, and a new note reader, and that made it to around 5,230 Rand for that specific service. And he also had to install a card reader. So the card reader also had its own cost. The card reader was around 8,269 Rand, but you can actually find companies that do lease out the card reader to you for around 250 or 300 Rand. But yeah, and then the final cost was the transportation. I paid around 8,000 Rand for transportation from Johannesburg to East London, where I stayed at the time. That brought the whole total for me actually buying that specific machine for 3,000.
Listen properly.
999 Rand, and that's to get the machine in place. And then the startup stock, depending on the type of machine, again, startup stock will go around between 3,000 and 6,000 Rand to fully stock up your machine. Mine was around 5,000, I think 5,500 to stock it up the first time, and since then, now I just reload with about 3.5 every month. So yeah, now with that 6,000, the startup cost for everything probably amounted to around 42,000 Rand. And that's everything, putting it in place and having it located in the store or in the location. People like to think that you have to pay location fees, like leasing out a space in someone's office or hotel. That is not true. None of my locations have any lease fees or commission that I have to pay to the owner of the building, and that's because what usually happens, maybe I've been lucky, touch wood, hopefully that won't end, the owner usually actually requires the service. They don't have a canteen, they don't have a place to buy food, or the place that they have to buy food, they have to drive, let's say 10-15 minutes and wait in a line, and you're providing convenience. The service is convenience, hence why you can also adapt the pricing so that they are a bit more than retail price, but still competitive to the market. So yeah, you don't have to pay location fees, but if you do, let it be something that the owner of the building actually wants and they request for. You can still negotiate and say, no, I'm providing the service and there's no other place that people can get the food or the snacks or whatever service that you're offering in your machine. And then if they still insist on wanting commission of some sort, start at 3%. If worst case, 5%. But once you go past 5%, they're going to be cutting into your profit, or you'll have to start raising your prices just so that you can still pay their commission and earn your own profit. So between 3 to 5%, don't try to go more than that. And if you do go more, like, try another location. It's sometimes not meant to be. So yeah, and any other initial expenses, I think I've mentioned in the initial paragraph. It was literally the vending machine, the servicing of it, the transport of it, and the card reader. So now my second machine that I got, which is in the office. The first machine, it's the one in the hotel. Now my second machine, which is in the office, it cost me around, the thing is, the guy, I think he had it for about 1 year and he bought it from a company, and the company sold it to him for a pretty expensive price, as these private companies usually do, and it was already refurbished if I'm not mistaken, and yeah, it's still pretty new. I haven't had any issues with it. I didn't need to actually service it or anything like that. So I bought it for around 26,900 Rand. And then the transportation of it from Cape Town to PE, where I'm currently based, Port Elizabeth, was around 2,223 Rand. And then the card reader again was around 8,384 Rand. It's slightly, I bought that this year, if not last year. So the price, it was this year. So the price has increased from the supplier of the vending machines, of the card readers, sorry. So that's how it works. And the total for that was around 37,507 Rand. And again, with the stock that needed to be purchased, around 4,500 Rand, which I had to purchase stock for, which brought up the total to around 42,000 Rand again. So the startup cost, depending on where you get it, you'll probably start between 30 to 50,000 Rand. And one thing that I want to say is that card readers are optional, but they've probably boosted my business by around, let's say, 30%, 20%, 30%. Like if I didn't have a card reader, I'd basically be earning 70% that I'm earning in cash sales. So I do think it's a worthwhile investment, but you don't need to buy it. Like I said, you can rent it out or lease it out from a company. At some point, maybe when I am able to distribute my own card readers, I'll do the same. But for now, I purchased my card readers, and I maybe have an obsession of having ownership. What other costs would come with the vending machine business? Your own gas, getting from where you buy the stock to where you put the stock in. Those are costs that you would have to account for. But unfortunately for me, I'm still working a full-time job, so it's difficult to actually track how much petrol I'm actually using to supply the vending machine. So the main cost that I really track is maintenance costs. So another cost with maintenance, like I said, the servicing, initial servicing, there'll be stuff that may be wrong, especially with refurbished machines or ones that are second-hand machines. Things like motors at the back of the machine, which turn the spiral that pushes the stock out. Things like a note reader, where the notes, you pay with the notes, those things sometimes are outdated. Like right now, for example, there's this new notes and new coins now on the market, and you have to upgrade your coin mechanisms and your note readers to be able to accept those new notes and coins. For me, I haven't actually done it yet because there's not that many new notes and coins that have circulated in my presence or in the locations that my vending machines are in. So for now, I haven't paid that cost, but right now I'm being quoted around 1,400 Rand for the note reader and the coin mech, because I would give the old ones to the supplier. My supplier is based in Joburg, unfortunately, but it's a good relationship we have. So I would give him my old ones, and then he sends through the upgraded ones, which are able to accept the new notes and new coins. And maintenance is not something that happens every month or something. You may want to just keep the machine clean every month, something like that, so that any gunk that may cause issues can be removed and your machine looks a lot more appealing. You know, you want people to want to buy something. It needs to look like something delicious. Even though there's a lot of things, it just needs to look like you want to buy it just because it's looking so appealing. So yeah, maintenance should be done probably once every quarter, I would say, or once every 6 months, where maybe a motor's not working, maybe a spiral is not working, maybe there's a PC board, something called a PC board, which there's a lot of PC boards actually in the machine itself. These are the boards on which the electronic and the programming is communicated from the dispensing spirals and motors to the actual computer programming on the machine itself. These are things that you'll have to learn as you go. I don't want to always rely on a technician, call out a technician, because technicians are pretty expensive, to be honest, especially if they have a lot of years of experience. So learn to do things yourself. Buy things from someone that is experienced in the business, so that they give you so they're willing to help you. You know, like you buy something from them, they're always willing to help you with the extras as you learn and grow, so that you know what to do if this thing happens. You know how to troubleshoot and find problems or find solutions to the problems that do occur on the machine. So yeah, there's no other cost that I would be able to think of now. But yeah, I hope I've covered everything. As you can see, this is the stock that I have left actually, from the previous videos that I showed you of the stock that I bought. The chips are finished, it's just the sweets, it's just the drinks, the biscuits, and yeah, those are usually the costs that you would have to consider before starting a vending machine business. There are many ways to actually get funding. You can speak to people that have money, you can finance it if you have good credit. But yeah, I always prefer buying refurbished ones. People may recommend buying a brand new one. A brand new one will help if you're a newbie and you don't want to get too handsy with the machine. You know, I've learned to love working with my hands so that I don't need to call out a technician to actually help me out with things like that. So yeah guys, so that's the video. The next one I'll try and break down more things and think of things to share on, but that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, please like and subscribe. Until the next one, I'm out.